At this point, I'm pretty sure we're all familiar with Rec Room's biggest investment, MakerAI, the feature that allows you to talk to your Maker Pen and summon a paint pistol or even recolor an object or whatever. And as of recently, being able to generate circuits, which scared me at first until I was shown the CV2 MakerAI can generate, and I could safely say my job as a CV2 creator is safe for now. For an example, the CV2 generates, it looks something like this, all in a straight line with some random chips connected to nothing and a circuit board that does absolutely nothing except for pass the exact pin. For a free addition to Rec Room Plus at no additional cost, I guess it's a cool feature. I personally didn't use it because I don't support the use of AI, especially AI generated images like I can do on canvases, which completely removes the point of art canvases since AI images are not art. At the same time they are developing MakerAI, however, it is also the same time that Rec Room said that they are operating MakerAI and Rec Room at a loss. They even admitted in a blog post that operating MakerAI is using more money that they make from Rec Room Plus members alone. What could Rec Room do to resolve this issue? Raise the price of Rec Room Plus? Nope. You make the players mad. Stop working on MakerAI? Nope. Since you don't want to miss the AI bubble, what did Rec Room decide to do? Isn't it obvious? They started to sell a pass that allows you to use MakerAI for only 24 hours after purchase. Excuse me? Now, before I get too critical of their decision, let's read what they have to say on the store page. MakerAI springs to life for 24 hours, asterisk, of creative collaboration. What does that asterisk mean? Subject to usage limits. What are the usage limits? We limit day pass to many hundreds of simple requests, or many dozens of our most expensive requests, examples being images and circuits. Don't worry, this should only affect less than 1 to 5% of the users. If you exceed the limit, your day pass will end early. You'll be able to buy another day pass to continue working. Oh! So if you accidentally do go over, even after they notify you, they just remove your access until you buy another pass. That sounds fair! Anyway, let's continue reading. Just equip your Maker Pen in any Rooms 2.0 room of your own, including dorms with MakerAI, and your helper can create images and patterns on canvases, make objects come to life with AI-generated circuits, and generate objects from the Maker Pen inventory. So they are expanding the usage of MakerAI to Rooms 2. I guess that's cool. I would be more open to the idea if they had some sort of disclaimer or MakerAI room tag that they would add to rooms that contain AI-generated circuits or canvas images.
Small update, Atlas actually said that they are going to add an AI tag to Rooms 2 rooms that use MakerAI.
What can't it do though? Oh! All the cool stuff that you'd actually want it to do, like debugging user-made circuits, making custom objects, and placing objects relative to other objects. So let's take everything into account. Canvas image generation, AI circuits that are subpar, and basically voice-activated prop spawning, which can take longer to spawn and set down in the correct space, and none of the actual useful features for a single day costs $2. $2. For a day, that doesn't sound bad. But if you want to keep using it, you gotta keep refueling those credits every day, which eventually do add up. If you want to keep MakerAI for a week straight, that's $14 a week. If you want to keep MakerAI for a 30-day period, that is $60 a month, which isn't even counting taxes. You could buy the 35,000 token bundle and the 5,500 token bundle for that price and keep the tokens forever. Now, why not just subscribe to Rec Room Plus and use MakerAI instead? It seems like such a better deal. Not only do you get MakerAI in the dorm, you can also get a bunch of other features on top of that. Well, Rec Room thought about that. In their blog post about MakerAI, they added this. They are removing it for Rec Room Plus subscribers. I hope this is just poor wording, but MakerAI is not ready for full release yet, Rec Room. It is still very much an alpha product that you are rushing out the door to make back the money that you have lost when you gave it to Rec Room Plus members at no additional charge, and also your operating costs for the game. I personally feel people, myself included, would be less upset at this change if it was just another subscription service for, say, $30 a month, and even then nobody would subscribe to that just because of how outlandish it is for such a bare bones product. Or if they even gave more than just a single day of access, something like 3 days would even be better. My opinions aside, what does the creative community think about these changes? See? I'm not alone on this. I also ran a poll on my community tab asking if people would buy MakerAI, and 75% of people said no, and 21% of people said that they'd be more comfortable with a monthly subscription. Rec Room, if you're struggling with money, maybe now isn't the best time to invest in AI technology for your struggling platform. Even if you want to continue creating this, maybe remove the image generation. That's what you said is the most expensive part of MakerAI to keep operating, and one of the most controversial parts of generative AI as a whole. Didn't even say during a creator AMA you would look into removing it? Might be a good idea to look into doing that, Rec Room. I actually held off on releasing this video for a few days just to see if Rec Room would change their mind, but they doubled down on it with another long blog post, citing the failure of the Rec Room originals as the main reason that they want to focus on UGC and AI generated features. One of the quotes that really pissed me off is where they talk about the Rec Room originals that didn't make money. Like they said that Rec Royale had a battle pass, players didn't bite and didn't come to covering the cost. What cost? Run the Block was open source for easy cloning. Clone content earned little revenue because people didn't want to mess with the circuits. It's messy. The new post is so bad that even Star Centurion came in with a comment that is just as long as the original post debunking it. And even a video by Rookie Felth trying to find the monetization recommendations that they mentioned that were losing money.
I looked all over for stuff to buy, and all I could find was a t-shirt store, which, you know, that's just avatar monetization. That's not really monetizing the game. But, you know, then I found this person, and it looks like they have the premium currency that will let me skip the grind, and, you know, this would probably be something that people would want to pay for, and I can't talk to her. She used to have a text box, and she would tell me to kind of get lost, so I don't know. I haven't unlocked the premium currency, basically, which I think is crazy. I can see Prismatic Essence right here, but if I click on it, it won't let me buy any. My Little Monsters clearly is not monetized correctly, okay? But if you go to any other one of these games, none of them are monetized. Even recent games, so like Make It to Midnight. 0 monetization in Make It to Midnight. Why? It's just clothes in here again. It's just like the clothing store in this game. It's more avatar monetization. I played a lot of this. I would have spent money on a bonky hammer, or maybe you had like a second killer who was behind a paywall, and people would pay for it. This is what Dead by Daylight does. Like, this is the take notes from the game you are ripping off. You know, Dead by Daylight doesn't hide their monetization. They want you to spend money on the killers, and that's where they make their money. Run the Block has no monetization whatsoever. I think in the blog post, they were mad that nobody cloned it and then added the monetization themselves. Just put the monetization in your game. Like, don't leave it to the players to make your game profitable. Another example was Rec Royale, and like they introduced this in 2018. The pass cost 1,000 tokens, which wasn't even a lot back then. But now they're saying, oh, that hardly funded development costs for Rec Royale, when back then they were VC funded. But this game has not had an update in over 7 years, so yes, the money machine is eventually going to run out. Rec Room, like, you cannot come out with a blog post saying how these games are not making money if you either don't put options to buy things in them, don't update them ever, or you just hide it. You just hide the monetization. Like, I want to spend my money and I can't. So, yeah, I disagree with it.
I'm all for learning new stuff. So if you learn how to spawn prompts from the Maker Pen inventory, recolor and resize them, and learn how to use CV2 object hierarchy, and can draw on canvases, congratulations, you can do everything that MakerAI can do for you, all at the cost of your time. Rec Room may claim that Rec Room AI is for power users or the professionals of the Maker Pen, which I don't see the argument of. In my spare time, personally, I like to mess around with programming in Visual Studio Code, and not once have I used Microsoft's AI because of something called IntelliSense, which Rec Room tried to add to circuits, but every time I tried to use it, it doesn't work. I don't know if it's something I'm doing wrong or if it's bugged, I just don't like this feature. They may also say it's for beginners of the Maker Pen, which I see as a lazy excuse to not have official documentation or up-to-date Maker tutorials on their creator website. Shout out to the community pages for having awesome resources, by the way. I cannot tell you how many times that circuits.pages.devs has saved my bacon. It is such a good resource. I guess at the end of the day, it's up to you to see value in MakerAI being locked behind a daily $2 paywall. I personally don't see the value in it for talents I already have. Maybe when it gets more features, the price tag will be more worth it, but in its current state where it's just basically voice activated prop spawning and like terrible circuit generation, I don't see the value in it, and also as someone who is against AI generative technologies. Anyway, that is it for my ranting and for this video. And if you enjoyed it, give it a like, and also get subscribed if you want to see more Rec Room rants, circuits, and ranting about circuits. I want to try to do more of these like kind of more condensed news videos about just like technical Rec Room stuff and about Rec Room, just because, well, I have a lot to say about those topics in my opinion. Anyway, that is it for me. Thank you very much for watching.